Welcome to Nevermind the RumourMill, the hottest gossip and semi-confirmed news, insights and opinions podcast show all about crypto, every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I'm Ben.
And I'm Anastasia.
And whatever brings you here, my friend, remember, this is infotainment,
not financial advice.
So I think that was the one. There we go. Coming up today, folks, we've got Edmund McCormack, hopefully talking about the Bitcoin Terra Luna Foundation situation and explaining some of this craziness for us. Obviously, we've got Anastasia's catch up for all the other kind of alternative news and the cool stuff. And I think Teja CZ's maybe finally found a home, but we'll come to that in a bit. First, Anastasia's been keeping her eye on the weekends of the news, so you don't have to. Isn't that bloody lovely of her? So for once, I'm going to shut up and listen.
Hey, I've got pretty many of them for you today, guys. The first one, OpenSea was the victim of hacked Discord server, as their support team says in the Twitter. May 5th, real estate in the Portuguese city of Braga was sold for Bitcoins without subsequent conversion into euros. Perhaps this deal marks a new chapter in the real estate segment. What do you think?
So,
fingers crossed.
I always thought it was one of the first big use cases I saw when I came into this space. I got involved in lots of real estate projects, to be honest. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, moving to some funny stuff. Crypto Cafe was opened in Puerto Madera, Buenos Aires, called Crypto Station Cafe. They accept Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrencies for payment. If they accepted Evers, I'd go there straight after this episode.
Well, we can maybe film an episode from there one day.
Exactly.
Alrighty. Well, I'm going to read your next one if that's okay, because I know this is quite personal to my kiddo. Fucking loved Roblox back in the day. Spotify is entering Roblox with a potential for a bit of a crypto metaverse integration, as I'm reading it. Spotify Island, where users can create music, hang out, connect with artists and musicians, and get exclusive access to virtual goods from artists, is coming soon. Sounds very cool.
You're going to use it, I guess.
I don't know, maybe grown out of it a little bit now, but you never know.
All right, Google comes to blockchain as well. Google assembles Web3 focused team. The team will create services for developers using blockchain applications managed by Google Cloud. And NFT comes to Instagram. Can you imagine? March 16th, Mark Zuckerberg announced in an interview with S6SW.
The South by Southwest Festival.
Thank you very much.
Hey,
Thank
okay.
you. That Meta actually plans to implement NFT on Instagram. They promised to announce the feature within the few months. I'm waiting for it.
Well, hopefully it won't just be in their own weird coins. I know you do. You need to take over the Nevermind the Shitcoins Instagram account. I'm terrible at it.
Okay, exactly. Just the last one, governance and laws, which I always have in the last lines. California governor signs decree on implementation of cryptocurrency and blockchain.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, I know personally I'm involved in a bit of a very big project, actually, for such a silly man, to do with rallying US voting practices to integrate blockchain. So more on that from my personal life in the future. But for now, I think, hopefully, we're going to go away to Ed, who's going to try and give us a breakdown of what's happened over the breakdown over the weekend. We were all so poor. Oh my God. Please, Ed, why? I record it. Basically, our good friend Edmund McCormack was going to explain the Bitcoin crash situation to me like I was 5 years old, hopefully. But unfortunately, Ed is very, very busy. You know, he's a very much in-demand man. Thankfully, our good friend Eugene Morozov has stepped in. So I'm going to attempt to give you my explanation of what's happened over the weekend, if that's okay, Eugene. And then, I mean, you can give me your take back. You can, tell me if you agree. And then hopefully we'll find out what Ed thinks with a slightly more educated opinion come Wednesday. So on the clock here, I want to keep this nice and short and brief because my opinion's worth insult. Essentially, the crash started because of the Terra Luna Foundation over the weekend buying their $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. The fates kind of conspired on them where there was a bit of a dip right after they bought, and so rather than hodling through this dip or averaging in, they sold back at a massive loss immediately, which really piled on the snowball effect of the downward spiral for the price. And also, as well as enhancing the collapse, snowballed into their stable coin over on Luna, UST, which dropped way below being stable. Now, as I understand the situation at the minute, and I haven't looked at the charts for about an hour, so fingers crossed I'm wrong. But if we do end up going too much lower from here, it's sort of maybe lights out Michael Saylor. Because, as is quite famous, he borrowed a lot of money on the company books for MicroStrategy's Bitcoin dip buying. And there is a very key level at which MicroStrategy get liquidated, which would not be good news for us all. So, Mr. Morozov, obviously you used to work in the finance sector. You still do work in the finance sector. I mean, we have a lot of fun on the other show, but I mean, don't let his charming sense of humour fool you. He's a very educated man. Well, how do you find my explanation?
Your explanation is as good as any.
Thank you very much.
Volatility is to be expected, and there are numerous factors that are affecting the supply and demand. So I suggest to look at it from bird's eye view and not worry about momentary price fluctuations.
Okay. So when in doubt, zoom out, as they say. You're not personally worried about the Michael Saylor situation?
I'm not.
No. Well, your faith gives me faith, Eugene. Thank you very much. I am much, much less nervous than when we started this call. Back to myself and Anastasia. So we've got one major story for you today to talk about because we've given you a lot already, haven't we? With Bitcoin breaking down, that's what everyone wants to hear about. But France have waved the white flag again, apparently, to CZ from Binance this time, as they've officially approved Binance to become a digital asset provider in France.
Oh la la. The landmark achievement for Binance represents its first DASP registration in the European Union and demonstrates its commitment to being a compliance-first exchange.
This is after even Ireland turned them down for having too many holes in their books, folks. So, read into that what you will. Who says Macron is crooked? Not me. I don't say that. Neither does Anastasia. We don't want to get sued. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but I heard once he sleeps on a spiral staircase. So we are going to dive straight into just having a quick look at if anything's literally breaking while we've been recording. Our little birdies tweeting out for us. Mike Novogratz is bearish. That's not good news. He's usually quite bullish as far as I'm aware. I'm only half aware of him though, to be honest. Irreverent Labs confirms 40 million of funding. NFTs on Instagram again. Anonymous takes notice of Colt DAO's Revolut to earn. Let's have a look at this one. This one sounds intriguing, breaking in the last 5 minutes. Anonymous have taken notice of Colt DAO, who I have heard of. There's some people who keep popping up in my comments and stuff with like Colt DAO in their name. Don't know much about what they do. Which has attracted the attention of an anonymous activists, Colt DAO. Okay, so they're interested in the idea of the the token there, which has some sort of revolt to earn concept. So fight against the powers that be and earn some tokens. Alrighty, well, we're going to look more. I'm going to look more into that. Yeah, it is. It is. Possibly my rambling there isn't the most interesting side of it. So do your own research, folks. And that's a great point to say. That's all from me and the lovely Anastasia. Until Wednesday, and Ed, of course.
Thank you very much, everyone who listened to us. And as Ben already said, remember that we're not financial advisors and we're not going to become. But who knows, right?
Who knows? Yeah, we're optimistic. I could retrain as a financial advisor if I wanted to. I just don't want to. You know, God,
Yeah.
sounds hard work, doesn't it?
So if you enjoyed the show, please click subscribe and like the video that we're doing for you with all our love.
We do need the encouragement, guys, obviously. Like, you know, help us help you. We're trying to help you. If there's something we're not doing right, tell us. That's all we can ask.
Tell us.
And until Wednesday, much love. Catch you soon. Bye.
Bye.